two things happen when you are sleep deprived. Number one, your libido goes down. Number two, your ability to go up also goes down. Now, we do not want that to happen. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to avoid that and how to supercharge on the other end. So stay tuned. All right, guys, it's time for some reckoning. It's time for us to be a little honest with ourselves. When it comes to, our ability to get it up or to perform well in the bedroom, how many of us are running to our doctors, getting that little blue pill almost reflectively? We're not really thinking about it. It's the first thing because we're so brainwashed in westernized culture to think there's a Viagra deficiency that I might be having, right? How many of us reflectively don't really consider our lifestyle practices, okay? Now, chief among lifestyle practices is sleep. I cannot tell you how huge sleep is when it comes to your sexual health, balancing hormones, we're going to talk all about this, and getting into a state of being and a hormonal milieu, if you will, that is supercharged for performance. And it's all attainable, but it doesn't come from a pill or any other kind of quick fix. That is a misnomer. Now, before we dive into the benefits of sleep, I want to ask you a very powerful and introspective question, and I beg you to be very, very honest. Do not shortchange yourself in this answer, and that is, where do you fall in the mix when it comes to your view of sleep? Okay, and again, pure honesty, no shame, no guilt. Do you feel like sleep is kind of on the lower end of the totem pole? I will put my sleep after my career, after I pull the all-nighter, after I wind down by watching Netflix or TV or a movie, right? That's putting sleep second. Or are you in the very rare camp that sleep is your sacred space? This is the mentality that your sleep is so fundamental to your health, so necessary that you will do anything to defend it. And it doesn't mean you have to turn into, the sleep Nazi, but it does mean that you prioritize it in a place in your life where nothing is going to impinge on it long term. Now, I'm not saying that every once in a while you're not going to have a night out with your wife or kids or whatever. Of course that's going to happen, right? But in continuity and in perpetuity, do you guard your sleep with your life? My goal in this video is to get you, if you're in the first camp, I want you to come over, the water is warm, I want you to come over to this camp of safeguarding your sleep, putting in a sanctuary of sacredness, okay? Now, let's talk about the benefits of sleep and how it is intricately involved in your hormones, how it's going to help you directly in the bedroom, stamina, ability to get it up, keep it there as long as you need it, and be able to recover after, right? These are all important things with a man's sexual health, right? So, first and foremost, when we sleep adequately, we boost up our testosterone. I don't care how much gel you're slathering on. I don't care how many injections you're getting of TRT or whatever. There's nothing on this planet that is going to naturally boost up your testosterone more than a good, solid night's rest. It's not my intention in this video is to dive in and show you all the mechanics of that, maybe in a future video. But just understand that sleep, more than anything, will elevate not only your testosterone, but human growth hormone. It'll help you repair, right? What we forget sometimes is that there is human growth hormone helps us in the repair cycle of our cells, in our, in all the way down in like the testicular region. All of this is absolutely necessary for performance, but there's a physical cost with every day. So when you're stressing, if you're grinding the axe, if you're burning the candle, you're burning through testosterone, you're burning through human growth hormone. You are putting a tax on every one of your cells, which is in reality responsible for that sexual drive. There's no free lunch. It doesn't exist, okay? Now, one last thing, DHEA, rather, this is a precursor to testosterone. And if you ever go in and get blood work, if you have low DHEA, that is indicative that your stress level is high. You got a little ratio called cortisol to DHEA ratio. If your cortisol is high and your DHEA is low, that means your libido is low, your ability to get it up or maintain it is also low. So if you ever look at that blood test, very, very indicative of really where that sexual health is, okay? At least from a cursory level. Now, secondly, when we get adequate sleep, our desire for sexual activity, our libido naturally goes up. Why? It's because this is on the coattails of what we just talked about. We are healing. We are regenerating our hormones. We're giving our body the elixir of a good hormonal bath. We're cleansing out our brain of metabolites that make us feel groggy or not in the mood or have a headache. All of that is implicate to the sexual desire, right? We are energetic beings, and we're also beings that adhere to rhythms, daily rhythms, circadian rhythms. And if we're not having that, that is going to tank down those hormones. Norepinephrine is another one. Norepinephrine is a neurotransmitter in our brain that is intricately involved in the arousal phase. So if we don't have norepinephrine because we're grinding and we've had too much caffeine, we're pounding the coffee all day long and we're pulling an all-nighter, that actually drains that norepinephrine. All of a sudden, that desire, that friskiness is not there, okay? Huge, huge, huge. Now, on the other end of this, I mentioned DHEA to cortisol ratio. With cortisol, sleep is a natural balancer thereof. Cortisol is not the bad guy. We hear cortisol is like, oh, it's bad. No, cortisol is absolutely essential to life, but in excess, it is fundamentally opposed to a strong, good, healthy libido. It is fundamentally opposed to a good, strong, vibrant, balanced body of hormones that are supportive of libido. And that is why we need to have adequate sleep that balances it and brings what is high, eventually brings it down. So, other than that, with sleep, we also, these are some obvious ones, it boosts our energy up, which makes us more creative in the bedroom. It allows us to have more energy to think, to be in our element, to be with some of that raw sexual energy, which is so fundamental to a male that we kind of blush when we talk about it, but it is so fundamental to what makes us a sexual being, right? And to express that energy. When we're sleeping, it brings this primal energy back into our being so that we can express it out. Last but not least, and studies show this, is that when we sleep, sexual creativity actually goes up as well. So if you're ever bored, if you feel like, oh, we're just doing the same stuff all the time, get more sleep. The sexual creativity will go up as well. Okay, lest this video get too long, we're going to talk about, we understand what happens here, but what can we actually do to improve our sleep? Now, this is 4 simple steps. This is not comprehensive, but these are kind of the big rocks, if you will, of good fundamental sleep habits. And first and foremost is, number 1, you need to have a sleep routine. This is a non-negotiable. Having a sleep routine means that you, for the most part, you're not a robot and life happens, I get it, but you have a bedtime and a wake time, and you have a routine that leads into that bedtime. Let's say it's like 10 o'clock. You have, maybe for me, for example, like leading into that, I really enjoy reading. I'm not on my phone, right? I'll enjoy reading like a spiritually based book, or maybe I'm reading about nutrition, something that's not like overly technical, allowing my mind to come down. I'll do some meditation before bedtime. I'll do some light stretching, nothing that activates my nervous system too much. And then I'll maybe put in some meditative music and just zonk out, okay? And that might vary, but not too much. That's typically my routine. So you gotta have a routine that you can rely on and that your body essentially pegs from a nervous system level and says, this is what's happening. Oh, I'm in my bedroom, this is happening. that actually subconsciously brings down your cortisol levels, and your melatonin will subsequently go up. Number 2 is limit your blue light. Now, what is blue light? Blue light, we're in the 21st century, most of us are familiar, but it's emitted, it's a wavelength, it's a very powerful wavelength that's emitted from screens, tablets, TVs, electronics. We want to limit that as the sun goes down. So naturally, as the sun goes down, the blue light, which is in a full spectrum of light, comes down, and then it's replaced with a sunset with more warm, vibrant tones that are not as stimulating as blue light, okay? Now, at nighttime, if I have blue light that is going in through my eye and hitting what's called my suprachiasmatic nucleus, which is kind of like the orchestrator of, it's orchestrating rhythms of my body. If I've got blue light that's stimulating that, it says, oh, it's morning time. You need to be getting up, and it starts to activate cortisol. Well, it's nighttime. It's not morning time. We don't want cortisol. So we want to limit the blue light. Now, if you're saying, well, Griff, can I watch a movie or whatever? Sure, but get some good, like quality blue blocking glasses. That's a hack, if you will. But the best methodology is to have good, clean, warm lights that are very low intensity. Keep that blue light down, okay? So that's number 2. Number 3 is you want to have a cool, dark room. And this one has gotten me in trouble before, so this can lead to spouse fights or partner fights. But basically here, what the research shows is that about anywhere from 62 to 68 degrees in the room is adequate and optimal for a good night's rest. Now, some people burn hot at night, some people burn cold, and there is individuality within there. But the general rule of thumb is that we want to have a cool and very dark room. I personally, I'll do earplugs and I'll do an eye mask just to go total blackout. It signals to your body maximal melatonin. There's no light coming in. They've done studies where even like outside, like street lamps, everything coming in can actually stimulate cortisol and bring it up. So you want a dark, cool room. You define what cool is for you, but again, generally from 62 to 68. Now, number 4 is, you could kind of say this with an asterisk, this might be a little bit optional, but herbal support. If you're having a hard time getting to sleep, there's some good herbal teas out there. You don't have to do it in a tea. I personally like it that way. Unless it makes you pee too much at night, then I would just do more like a tablet. So the way that works is you get something like chamomile, lemon balm, kava is more of like a big gun that we could use as well. So really look at these herbal variations. There's so many more beyond that, but again, chamomile, kava, lemon balm, I'm trying to think on the top of my head, lavender. These are all really good, very safe, non-toxic ways to bring our central nervous system down. Experiment, some work better for others. Then it's such a unique particular thing, and you're going to have to find your own vibe with that. For me, I tend to like chamomile at night, and peppermint. That's another one I was looking at, like a chamomile peppermint blend. That is a really good blend. But you can get online, you can look at any kind of herbal sleep remedies. I highly recommend that. I'm not a big fan of the harsh chemicals. There's all sorts of studies right now that are coming out about some of the more popular medications that are prescription only, that have side effects that actually have reverse effects on the nervous system. Really interesting stuff. I'd encourage you to look into it. This video is running long. Thank you, my friends. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please comment. I'm always more than willing to answer any comments and help where I can. If I can help above and beyond this in any way, shape, or form, hop on a free discovery call. I'd love to learn more about you and your situation, see if we can do this journey together on your lifestyle. And really, thank you so much. Take these things as little pearls of wisdom. You don't have to freak out and feel like you have to do this all at once, one thing at a time. But I can guarantee you, as you do, your sexual health and desire will go up and your stress will go down. And that is what we're going for. So much love to you guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next video. And always remember, life is good. Take care.